Hey guys, Colby here. Welcome back to Watcher of Realms. We have some limited time events popping up for the game right now, like the summon event we have for 2 legendary heroes and then 3 epic heroes. I will not cover the epics. The epics are okay, especially this one right here. I want to say Bruno definitely helped me for the Northerners faction trial, so have that in mind, guys. If you summon him, don't think he's trash. He's actually very strong for the faction trials. What I want to say is the big summon event is for this one, actually. Edith, brand new hero. We'll be covering her in a dedicated showcase coming up for the channel, so subscribe if you haven't already. She looks pretty cool, pretty interesting. And then we also I'll cover her skills just briefly right now, and then we have the one and only comment, which helped me totally for the brand new gear dungeon. I think that dungeon is a must in order to acquire the brand new sets, so you'll have to have that in mind if you want to be using him. Boreas is no longer the MVP for DPS, and it's this guy, which I do think he was always like a really strong damage dealer. It's just that when Boreas came out, he was just extremely overpowered for what he was doing. So Kamed felt like he wasn't enough anymore. But that's not the reality, guys. Kamed is an amazing DPS. I actually have him now with my strongest gear for a mage damage dealer. And he's definitely worth it because not only of the gear dungeon, but I also have him at an A2, which is nice. So this one, Edith. This is the other prize of the summoning. If you wanna spend a little bit of money, by the way, guys, I have a collaboration with SmileOne. Let me just show you right now very briefly on what I'm talking about. SmileOne is a supporter of the channel. It's like an affiliate link where I do get something back for you guys spending money, and you do get cheaper stuff in terms of the purchases that you get. It's about a 10 to 15% discount. Let me just show you guys what I'm talking about. Here it is, SmileOne with the brand new event popping up for April 19th to the 22nd. You get lots of freebies. Basically here, they will be sent to an email that you attach on your purchase order, but with like a $4.99 purchase, which is about $5, you get 2 summons for free basically, and an energy refill plus some auto fights, and then the list goes on with depending on how much you spend on the game. So all of this is basically free rewards when you top up already. And when you do top up, there's multiple different choices to do so. Like once you place in your unique realm ID, you'll see that it will show the name of your account basically. You'll be able to pick on which pack you want, and also you'll need to enter your email address right there in order to receive the rewards through like a unique CD key. But definitely check your email and it will come. Usually it's gonna come after the event, so have that in mind. So back into the game, guys, and let's go and cover her, Edith. Edith, I definitely think she has a real place in the game, since the knockback ability that she has, plus the fact that she is a defender that has an extended range in attacking. This helps with multiple different situations where you need to have an ally in your squad. Just have in mind your heroes, and having a knockback ability for a big range forward, okay, can be very useful for many different situations. We don't have that many heroes in the game that have such an extended range, and since she's a defender, she gains the benefit also from the defense in terms of her damage scaling. She also has this extra ability here, which says when deployed, immediately gains 2 stacks of Equine Aegis. Each stack of Equine Aegis owned increases damage dealt and healing received by 10%. So what does this do? This is a buff basically that you'll have on that reduces your damage taken by 30% for the next hit that you receive. You consume the stack and then you receive basically less damage. So it's a win-win situation right there in terms of her being extra tanky and then having this extra tanky buff. The hero can have up to 5 stacks. It doesn't mean 5 times 30. It's not 150% damage reduction. It's just 5 instances of an attack will be reduced by that 30%, plus each stack increases damage dealt and healing received. So the damage dealt, just boosting it up by 50% is quite nuts. So very basic attack on her basic attack, yeah. But then her Dauntless Charge, that's her ultimate ability. 700 cost only, by the way. When this skill is activated, each attack deals 150% AoE damage up to 8 enemies in range, lasting for 15 seconds. It's a 15-second duration skill, which if you think about, the first 2 basic attacks during the ultimate will knock back the enemies with 2x strength. This is very strong in terms of controlling enemies that are further away from you. So when you're trying to protect the back line, you don't want to have anybody approaching. This can also probably be useful for guild with guild in the future, if you do have her. So have that in mind. And then shield recharge. Look at this. It's an auto skill that's 40-second cooldown that does get reduced whenever she knocks back an enemy. So the more enemies you knock back, the quicker you gain back that cooldown. So whenever you knock back an enemy, the skill's cooldown is reduced by 1 second. This can be very, very strong, plus additional cooldown reductions here. I'm not sure if this, though, is level 2, level 3, level 4, if this is on the attack, or it just reduces the cooldown, this from 40 seconds to maybe, what is this, 30 seconds. So it depends. I'll have to test her out to actually see how good she's going to be. So Warrior's Resolve, if the hero takes no damage, increases defense by 3% and physical damage reduction by 3%. So do have some sort of combo going with her where you basically force no damage on her, then you'll be getting extra defense, extra physical damage reduction, which is nice. Her defense is basically more damage for her, and I mean, eventually they'll get close, but all of that damage mitigation actually stacks up and helps you survive longer and longer. So have that in mind for just basically a hero that you can possibly acquire. The Awakenings, I would say the Awakenings are worth it. Maybe the first one, A1, when deployed, gains 2 extra stacks of Equine Aegis. And then after that, in order to really see a difference, I think it's the Awakening 5, which is whale territory. Obviously, it's not for us, guys. But when Equine Aegis generated by shield recharge, there's a 50% chance to grant 1 Equine Aegis to the ally with the lowest health. So basically now you'll transfer that passive. That is a very big in terms of damage mitigation. We don't really need it at the moment anywhere in the game. I cannot imagine, at least anyway. But I still think it's a pretty cool A5. Very far away from what we can do at the moment. In terms of usefulness, I find that this healer right here would feel like a better fit in my mind, right? Let me see in terms of having that sort of mitigation. So Ezrin has very similar mitigation. I use him in well, this rotation of the Void Rift. I use him in order for him to transfer his unique talent. So what he does is he sends his talent to another ally. Damage taken at a time will not exceed 60% of max health. So he has that, which is basically what this new hero Edith has. And he just sends over his talent to that specific ally for is it for a couple of seconds? I'm not sure, but he does do that, and he sends over the talent and makes that basically makes him a really solid healer. So guys, this was the summonings that we have at the moment. I think Kamet is really worth it. Edith looks a very solid hero. All right, she's just a watcher, but I think she's going to be very usable by everyone. The epics are okay. Also, I don't really care for the epics at this point in the game, but for me, Edith is the real prize. I'll probably be going for her in like a separate video. So thank you all for watching the channel. Thank you for supporting me, and I'll see you all in the next one. See ya.